Oh, it's been a while since I've posted anything, has it? Hi, it's Rena, if you didn't know that. I mean, I have, like, not posted in, like, forever, and I've also changed the channel name, so I don't know, it's like, people don't even know who I am. Oh yeah, I changed the channel name. I don't even know why I did that. I just thought the Skishy Rena thing was a bit hard to follow, given that it was kind of deliberately misspelled, but everyone kept on trying to spell it correctly, so it's just, yeah. Anyway, hi, I am coming to you from the wonderful world of England again. I'm actually back in England! Look at that! I mean, the last video that I posted was me being like, oh, I'm stuck in San Francisco and I've lost my passport and I have no idea what I'm doing, and it was just kind of left it there for like 5 or so months while people probably were like worrying what the hell was going on with me and all that kind of stuff, or probably not because no one actually cares about me and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, no, I got back to the country. That was quite a fun story. I had to go off to a I had to go off to a thing to get like a temporary passport. It's like a really weird like white thing. I even put a photo of it, but it was like a really weird white thing where it's like yeah, it's a white passport and it's only actually valid for like one journey. You can only use it on the specific plane that that you've booked it on. So I had a flight booked from San Francisco back to Bristol, but this was kind of weird because I didn't actually have any plans for like what I was going to do. So I have been like a complete hippie sofa surfer for like the last year or so. I've not actually lived anywhere. In fact, the fact that I'm in my own flat right now, and this is weird for me because I have not lived anywhere for a year, and like I've just been jumping around from place to place, and when I was on my way back to England, I was like, so I don't actually know where I'm going. I have no plans for like a place to stay. I just know that I'm flying back to the country and then I'll figure it out when I get there. So I landed, I called up someone in Bath because I was flying into Bristol, so it's quite, and I know people in Bath, so because I used to live there. But I phoned up someone in Bath. I was like, hey, can I crash at your place for a few nights? And then that kind of happened. I actually, interestingly enough, had a job interview like sometime in like the week after I arrived back to the country, and that was weird enough on its own. But that's an entire separate story, and I'll come back to that. But yeah, no, all of these arrangements ended up going around. I ended up sleeping on someone's sofa up in Leamington Spa for like 2 months. And now I'm in a place of my own, or at least I'm sharing a place, and I'll probably be staying here for like a good amount of time. I mean, like right now I'm in my bedroom, which is a completely empty room. The only thing in this room is a bed. There's no furniture or anything. I kind of show you the bed, but I don't feel like picking up the camera because I can't see any like thing in the thing, and I don't want to like put it back down again because otherwise I'm going to put it down and the camera's not even pointing at my face or something, and that would be weird. And also my room's like a mess right now because again I have no furniture, so nowhere to put anything, so it's just it's just all hectic. But yeah, I actually live somewhere now. But there was a story that I was going to tell about how I got here in the first place, because that on its own is interesting. So as I said, I actually have a job now. This is the first job I have ever held, and it's actually kind of a cool job, so I'm really excited to tell this story. I actually now, weirdly enough, while I was still in San Francisco, being stuck there, well, actually it was before I realised that I was stuck there, or not quite, I don't even know, but sometime while I was in San Francisco, I was like, okay, so I've got to get back to the UK at some point, and I'm not actually sure what I'm doing when I get back there, so when I get back there, I want to like try and see if I can get some kind of like proper living arrangement together, because I'm going to be an adult for once in my life. So I started looking around for like jobs just anywhere in England, because, you know, it's just like, yeah, jobs in England is something to search while I'm in San Francisco. But anyway, no, I ended up coming by one that was pretty interesting. I'll go into what it was in a sec. And I sent an application. Well, actually, I would have sent an application, except I kept on getting redirected off the website because I was trying to send the thing from outside of the country. So I ended up having to call up someone in the UK to be like, hey, do you mind taking my resume and just like sending this to the thing? Because apparently I can't do it from where I am. And yeah, that ended up happening, and I heard back from them by the next day, which Well, that would have been quite amusing, except for me, it was the same day, because it was like 1 a.m, and I'd already gone to sleep at that point, and they woke me up with their phone call, and it was like, but, like, for them, it was like 9 a.m, so from their perspective, when I'm answering the phone, all groggy and whatnot, being like, oh, what, you just woke me up, probably sounds like I was just sleeping in, being a lazy bum, but no, it was their fault, I don't even know, but anyway, so I answered the phone all groggy and whatnot, being like, I don't even know. And they asked me if I wanted to have an interview, and I was like, great. Well, I mean, right now I'm stuck in San Francisco, so yeah, it's 1 a.m. and I'm stuck in San Francisco, so I'll answer that question when oh my god, what the hell was I thinking? So yeah, I genuinely told them it was 1 a.m. and I was stuck in San Francisco right now. And I just kind of left it there. I called them back within like a week or two, and they actually still wanted an interview with me, so I ended up booking that for like around about the point that I ended up knowing that I'd get back to the country. At least I didn't even know I was going to get back to the country by that point, actually, because I think when I said this, I still hadn't actually gone and got that my emergency passport thing that I mentioned earlier, or at least I think I mentioned earlier, I can't even remember, but, like, so yeah, I didn't even know if I was leaving the country yet, and I'm like, yeah, let's have a job interview, whatever, and then when I get back to the country, I managed to like figure my way out and get all the way up there and all that kind of stuff. So the job itself, I was applying to be an engineer for the Nintendo repair service. Basically, like, if you ever get your DS broken in, like, in the UK or Ireland, if you ever get your DS broken, then you obviously have to send it to Nintendo and have them fixed. Yeah, I was applying to be on that team, and I don't even know how I managed to come by that application or whatnot, but I did, and, like, all of these accidents just come together. But I go in for the interview, and, like, and yeah, they really liked me. I mean, you know, I was the person who walked in being like, yeah, I take apart DSs for fun, and I own 17 of them, so, yeah, and something about them that just really caught their attention, and they gave me a job within the next day, and I was like, this is cool. Now I have a day job of taking apart Nintendo 3DSs for Nintendo, and that is not where I saw myself coming in life, so... So yeah, that's the story about how I managed to accidentally stumble into adult life. Just like, you know, sent an application to be like, hey, can I take apart Nintendo 3DSs for a living? And now all I do is just have these in my hands, like, all day, every day. And, like, yeah, it's a lot of fun. My favourites are these ones. I love these ones. The new 3DS, or as I like to call them, the KTR, which you actually see that thing on, like, on the thing underneath here. It says, like, KTR somewhere. New Nintendo 3DS mod KTR001, right there at the top, although you can't read that because it's only a video, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, my favourite thing is the KTR001 over here, and also this one, which is also kind of cool. I love how on the back of here it actually says, use WAP002 AC adapter only, as if people are supposed to know what the hell WAP002 is. I mean, I guess it says AC adapter WAP002 here, but, well, like, why? And just I even know. I guess the only reason I know this sort of stuff is because I started looking at all of these weird code things like CTR001 EUR, which is supposed to refer to the thing itself, which is why this thing says CTR. Why do I have a Japanese cartridge in my European 3DS? I have no idea. Also, while I'm talking about weirdly named things, I'm just going to point out that the new Nintendo 3DS XL, which, by the way, is already the stupidest name for a console, is called the Red. The R-E-D. Why? That is dumb. So that's what I do at work. I just sit around taking apart new 3DSs and, well, 3DSs I guess as well, and also DS Lites and all the other stuff. DSs are now my life, and that is a weird thing to say, but it is the reality of the situation. God, how did I end up here? Ah, goodbye.